So I talked about the Scandinavian fest, right? And how you brought those blankets. And it just shows how much you serve others, how much you serve God by how much you serve others. And like your hospitality, I never see you grumble or groan about helping other people. And like throughout the 12 years I've known you, you've always like hosted things or went out of your way to help people in need. And I've seen how that trait has been carried on to Mary. So thank you for that, for doing such a wonderful job with that. You're such a good listener. Honestly, talking to you is really calming, and I feel like you truly listen and don't just let it go out of your head.
I think when I think about you, one of the qualities that stands out to me is it's your kindness and your compassion for other people, and you are just an amazingly strong woman with everything you have walked through and the journey that you've been on the last several years. You just amaze me. You've always been such a special friend. Even though we live far away, you've always been close in my heart. You are such a wonderful person.
You're such a blessing in my life. You're an amazing aunt. You're generous, kind, joyful. Thanks for everything you've done for me, thousandfold.
I wanted to share with you what I most appreciate about you, and that is that you really embody love. You are one of the most loving, sacrificial, and giving people that I've known in my entire life. I think of you as someone who you don't really see yourself as like a high achiever, but in the eyes of the world you may not be, but in the eyes of God, you've achieved a lot because you've learned to love people well, and that's really all that's going to matter to God when we stand before Him in heaven. You have a very pure heart toward God, and you have, as somebody who has really come to a place of just serving and giving and loving people as just your daily lifestyle. It's what you live for. It's what gives you pleasure and joy. It's what makes you very attractive. You love people very unconditionally, and you love them sacrificially. And that's what love is. Love gives. Love doesn't take from people. Love doesn't use people. Love doesn't overlook people or ignore them. And you don't do any of those things. You just constantly serve people. You constantly love them. You constantly look for ways to bless them. And I know that in God's eyes, you've really not only achieved a lot, but you're really going to have great reward in heaven. You are somebody who doesn't withhold anything from other people. You're primarily focused generally on serving and blessing other people. You're patient. You're kind. You're always putting the good and welfare of other people above your own interests. That's what you really do every day of your life. And you really embody kindness. You just are. That's what you exude. You radiate kindness and love for people all the time. Love doesn't dishonor others. You're always very gracious to everyone around you. You treat everybody with love and empathy and compassion. You honor what other people ask of you, and you generally are far more focused on pleasing other people than on pleasing yourself. And you've always been that way, even since you were very young. Love is not self-seeking, and it protects others. You never rarely seek your own selfish desires. And you always are looking to protect the welfare and interests of your family and friends. And I love that about you. You make a huge effort also to maintain friendships and relationships, despite how far away people may be. And I think it's one reason why you're so loved by so many people, and that you have so many loyal friends.
Wanted to let you know that you have always been a sweet, sincere woman of God since the time we've known you. You are a woman who trusts the Lord fully and is not ashamed to present the gospel and the truth in its entirety to all who you meet. And your light shines brightly for the Lord throughout all your actions and your words. And I just want to encourage you to continue to shine brightly for the Lord and be the woman of God that He has made you to be.
Now here's some adjectives that describe Marcy to me. She is spiritual, and we have that same interest. She is a black and white thinker. Like, she always asks me, what is your favorite such and such? Favorite movie, favorite donut, favorite car, favorite verse. Anyway, meaning that in her mind, things are very clear. They're favorite or not favorite. What she likes and does not like. She's fun-loving. She knows how to enjoy life. I like that. Her personality is a good complement to mine. She helps me loosen up, just like Jesus helped me loosen up. She loves hotels. That's what I learned in that last trip, adventure, is that she loves hotels. She loves hotels. She's good at relationships, which is really good. I can learn from Marcy in that area. She is fun again. She's a giver. Oh my gosh. She's exuberant and dramatic. She's a dreamer. She's a homemaker, and I like, which I value that about you, Marcy. You're an encourager, big time. She's a card sender. She's a handwritten note lady. She is all the fancy words and vocabulary that impress me and surprise me often when we text. She has so many big words, very fancy, that I don't usually use. I kind of stick to the same words, but I'm more, anyway, whatever. I like that about her. Loves music, has always loved music, ever since we were roommates till now. And it's no wonder her daughter loves music, and Mark was a musician. What a great match. She is strong. She's been through a lot and still keeps going. She's also romantic. Watch out, dude, who's going to marry her. She is romantic. Has experienced many things, been there and done that. And so she's a good person to talk to. She's been through a lot, and she has a lot of experience.